not here today to make you feel bad about your home. I'm not. Life is messy. I mean, I get it. I'm constantly folding throw blankets, loading the dishwasher, wiping crumbs off the counters. I can't be alone in this. And don't even get me started on the shoes at my front door. It doesn't matter what I do, there's always a pile waiting for me. We're all a little messier than we want people to see, and that is completely normal. But if you're even thinking about moving, this matters hugely. Because clutter doesn't just take up space, it takes away opportunities. When you list your house for sale, you are being graded on both space and storage. Buyers are walking through the front door with questions. They're thinking things beyond the basics like bedrooms and bathrooms. They are looking at the potential of your home. They're thinking and asking things like, will this space work for my family? Or can I see myself even living here? Your stuff might be answering on your behalf. Here's the thing, buyers, they aren't trying to be judgmental. They're honestly not, but they are wired to make fast decisions because they have to. They've spent hours, maybe even months, scouring listings online and rejecting more houses than you can even count. Buyers form an opinion of your house online in about 3 seconds. That's it, 3 seconds, which means you've already lost them before they've even put on their shoes if it doesn't grab them fast. So if they're actually stepping through your front door, they are expecting something special. And within the first 7 to 10 seconds of walking in, they've already formed an impression. That impression, it sticks, whether it's fair or not. A cluttered room feels smaller. It's just the way it is. A messy bathroom feels like a future renovation. A packed closet screams, this house doesn't have enough storage. They don't know that your week has been total chaos or that it's hockey season and the gear exploded. They see what's in front of them and they fill in the blanks from there. I once showed a home that on paper it was perfection. It was perfect for this family. Great layout, ideal location, price to sell. It should have been a slam dunk, but the seller hadn't edited a thing. Picture this, small appliances on every open counter surface, dishes drying in the rack, half-eaten bagels still sitting beside the toaster. The fridge was plastered with magnets. You didn't know where to look in the room. And in the primary bedroom, a half-folded laundry pile like they'd just had to run out mid-cleanup. And it happens. I walked in ahead of the buyers and I knew that it was going to be a very hard sell. I could try to paint the picture of open, airy space, but it was hard to get past what they could already see in the house. We barely made it past the kitchen before someone said it just feels too tight, like it would be a lot of work to live here. We were doomed. The house wasn't too small, but it felt like it was. And that feeling killed the deal. Here's a quick cheat sheet to decode what buyers assume. Cluttered counters means there's no workspace. I can barely make toast here, let alone muffins for the kids. Overflowing closets, that means they don't even fit in here. How am I supposed to? Toys in every room translates to there is no adult space in this place. I'll be hiding in the bathroom just to get 2 minutes of peace and quiet. Half-finished projects everywhere means this house is high maintenance. If this is what's visible, I don't even want to know what's hiding behind the walls. A packed garage or a basement overflowing with boxes means storage in this place must be awful. I can see why they're moving. There's no room for their stuff. How am I going to get mine in here? Are these conclusions fair? No, of course not. But home buying is emotional. People don't buy with logic. They buy with emotion. And they justify that emotion or that decision with logic later on. They're imagining their future, and your clutter is getting in the way of that future. There is good news here, though. This is a completely fixable situation, and you don't need a full-on renovation or a professional stager to shift the vibe in your home. You just need to create space. Breathing room. I say breathing room all the time, but you do need it. You need to edit, and it's not as hard as you think. Start here with these suggestions. Clear surfaces, counters, dressers, side tables, pare down to the essentials. You don't need everything out on display, just the basics. Next, simplify the entryway. This is the most important room in the house. It's where they head first. Don't lose them before they get past the door. So tuck away the shoes, leave room for a few guest coats in the closet, and check the light bulbs. A bright, open, exciting entryway matters. Next, declutter your closets by 30 to 40%. Yes, it's a lot, but buyers will open them, especially the closet in the primary bedroom and any storage closets. They're definitely going to look in those, and they want to see that they can fit all of their things in your space. Tuck away personal items, photos, name plaques, kids art, yes, even the cute stuff. Let buyers imagine their life, not yours. I do think that a few warm, family-friendly touches are fine, a few pieces that make it look like a family lives here, but less is more. Pull the furniture away from the walls if you can, and create flow, especially in smaller rooms. You want to edit down to just the essential furnishings. Big, bulky pieces or too much furniture is going to shrink a room faster than a bad paint color. And a big one here, if you've got kids, contain the toys. One basket per room max. If possible, keep the toys designated to one space. It's going to help the adults picture the home as theirs. And remember, this isn't about removing personality. It's about removing friction. Make it so that it's easy for a potential buyer to picture their life here. The only logical step would be to write up an offer. Now let's talk about a little bit of psychology. When buyers walk through a home, their brains are scanning for fit. They want to fall in love with it. They want to see themselves baking cookies in the kitchen or putting up the Christmas tree in the front window. Maybe graduation photos by the front staircase. They're hoping for that spark. But when a space feels overstuffed or chaotic, that spark just fizzles. Instead, they're left feeling overwhelmed, or worse, underwhelmed. Even if they don't say it out loud, their gut is saying something is off here. And that feeling is really hard to bounce back from. So clean, clear spaces are going to give the brain room to breathe. They make your home feel more valuable, even if nothing has changed structurally. Buyers aren't looking for perfect. They are looking for possibility. I think I've said that before. I know I've said that before. They want to picture morning coffee in the kitchen, maybe hosting friends on the back deck, or, I don't know, unpacking boxes and calling this place home. So ask yourself, is my home telling the story I want it to tell? Or is my stuff writing a different ending for me? If you're thinking of selling, or maybe you're just wondering if your home is working for you anymore, start here. Just edit. Clear out the clutter, create a little bit of calm, and let your home speak for itself without all that extra noise, because your home has value. Let's make sure that buyers can actually see it. And if you want to go a little deeper into what buyers do notice, watch this next. Why people walk away from perfect homes, where I talk about the red flags that ruin dream houses. I promise it'll change how you see your space, maybe even forever. I'll see you over there.